Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast Conversations That Count. I am joined today with who might be my most amazing guest yet, Patrice Banks, and we're here at the SheCANic garage.
Yeah.
Is that right? Can you now, before I over-introduce you, because I have a habit of doing that, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, yeah. So my name is Patrice Banks, and I'm the CEO and founder of Girls Auto Clinic and the SheCANic brand. And we educate and empower women through their cars. And so we offer them automotive resources, services, and products. I have a full service auto repair garage with women mechanics and a nail salon to get your nails done while you wait. And then we also educate women with car care workshops. I give car care tips and videos. I have a community of women and women mechanics that we share information and we learn about cars and what to do with our cars together. So we're really a business in the automotive space that's here for women. We're really trying to get more women in the industry, more women aware about what we're doing. We want women to be smart consumers, confident drivers.
100%.
Yep.
And this is such like a unique concept, right? And it's something that I think it's been missing in the industry and in the market. And you filled a huge space. Now, from what we talked about, you filled this space because you needed this space more than anyone. Can you tell us a little bit more about how this began?
Yeah, so actually, you know, a lot of people think that I was into cars or that I'm a car enthusiast or that I get a lot. Your dad must have been a mechanic, right? How are you a mechanic and how do you own a garage? It's your dad must have been a mechanic. But no, I actually grew up with a single mom. We didn't even have a car growing up. We had to walk or take the bus. But I'm actually an engineer. And in my 20s, I was working for DuPont, and a science company. And I had a really great career. I had my own house. I had my own car. I was very empowered, like this empowered woman. I don't need a man. But anytime something happened with my car, a dashboard emoji would pop up. That's what I call dashboard lights, dashboard emoji. Or it wouldn't start, or I'd have a flat tire. I'd panic. And the first thing I would think is, I got to call a guy. I got to call my grandfather. I got to call, my brother to ask for help. So it turns out I did need a guy. It wasn't very empowering when it came to my vehicle. And as an engineer, right, I told myself this story. I don't know cars. It's for men. I need a guy to help me.
As an engineer, too, is wild.
Right. So
you probably knew more than everyone you were calling, and yet you're still calling them.
Right. And you realize it's kind of the story women tell themselves of what we're capable of doing, because that's what society tells us. Cars are for men. They're, women, get your dad to help you, get your brother. Don't worry about it. You're probably being taken advantage of. So, of course, we buy into that story and we tell ourselves that story. There are a lot of smart women who can learn about cars, but we think it's not for us. We probably won't get it. And we don't even try. So I started looking for a woman mechanic. I was tired of having bad experiences. I was tired of feeling taken advantage of. I was tired of not feeling smart with the choices I made with my car. And I Google female mechanic, and I'm asking everybody around. I can't find one. But what I did learn, when I was doing my research, is that women are the #1 customer in the automotive industry, like by far.
Which is so interesting because you never hear that.
You wouldn't think that. I was blown away because you think, this is a male-dominated industry. Men shop at AutoZone and go to the Pep Boys and do the DIY stuff.
But it's no.
And women were normally leaning on the guys to help us. But that's actually not the case. Women hold more driver's licenses than men now across all age groups since 2012.
So
there's more women on the road, and that scares guys because men are like, women can't drive. But there's more women on the road now. That for the first time since 2012.
That's beautiful.
Women influence up to 95% of car buying decisions.
That I believe, because any man who gets like a sweet car, like a muscle car or a sports car, it's because they want to impress women. So even if they're inadvertently,
And
that makes sense.
Also, because if you're a family, women usually are the
make
CFOs
the choice
of the
for
house,
the family,
and they're making the choice for the car.
A lot of the clients I have, it's like the husband will just be like, whatever my wife says, do it.
Whatever she
and
wants to
they
get.
make the decision.
Exactly.
So true.
Exactly. So yes, women are spending $200 billion a year buying and repairing their vehicles, but I couldn't find any company out there that was saying, we understand you're not having good experiences. You feel taken advantage of, you feel mistreated, and we want to help. We want to help you solve this problem. And that's how I kind of created this business. I was looking for help and I couldn't find any. And since I couldn't find any, but I saw this big opportunity to help women, I decided to go back to school to learn how to work on cars, and that I was going to fill this gap and create those services, create those products, and the things that women are looking for so they can feel good about the choices they make with their car, right? So they can learn that they are capable of knowing this stuff feel empowered with it, and not just learn about their car, but how can we get more women in the industry? If you think about why is your number one customer so unhappy, what is the root cause of that? Well, you look around, everything in it is men and white men, really, right?
It really is.
And so, like, how are they understanding what women want and need, and what are the emotional needs that say, yes, I want to buy that car, or I'm going to approve this service? They can't. They're missing the mark, and they're not going to get it. This is why we need women. The automotive industry needs women, right? It needs Girls Auto Clinic, and it needs other women opening repair centers and doing workshops, right? Because if we are going to really cater to women and understand their needs and create stuff for them, we have to have women doing it.
That's beautiful, Patrice. And actually, I'm so happy you bring up the workshop. Can you maybe give me just a brief example of like, what does it look like to come to a SheCANic workshop?
Yes. So these workshops are incredible, and we have been doing them for 13 years.
Oh my God.
I do them every single month, and they're free.
That's amazing.
And we do them out of the Philadelphia area, but women will travel from around the country to attend. Just last month, someone flew from Florida to come. And
all the way to Philly?
All the way to Philly.
Wow.
And she rented a car so she can have a car to work on, because these workshops are interactive. They're small.
So when they
so
show
there's
up,
only
they
about
bring
10
their
to 12 people, and you learn on your car. So we learn how to pop your hood if you don't know how to pop your hood. You learn everything that's underneath the hood, what you're able to touch and do yourself, what you can't touch, like your brake fluid. Don't change your brake fluid. Don't top it off, right? It's an indication something's wrong if it's low. We tell them those types of things. And we explain things like the biggest mistake we make with our cars, right? We shop hop or we cheat on our mechanics. The most important decision that you make is the type of car you buy.
Yeah.
Often women will buy a car because we like the color, we like the way it drives, it will fit all of our kids, we can afford it. But we're not thinking about how we truly want to use the car, how long we want to keep it, what we're going to do when we get rid of it. Are we good with money and saving up for car repairs and maintenance? Are we good with taking our car in for repairs, right? And so kind of what your car personality is like, how you interact with your car is going to determine the type of car you buy, because all cars are different and kind of have their own personalities too. And so you kind of want to match that up with the driver. And that's also how women have better experiences. Yeah. If they're not buying a car that's right for what they're using it for and how they live their lifestyle, they're going to have bad experiences. So we talk about cars in a very fun way, relatable. Think of your engine like a vagina. When we talk about the purpose of oil, right? So here we show you all the color of your fluids. They're all color coded, right? Oil is like an apple juice color. And then over time, when it breaks down and you get a change, it's like the dark black color for oil. Yeah. But the reason that oil is important is because internally in your engine, you've a lot of fast moving parts spinning up and down, right? Rubbing up against each other. And what do we know about fast moving parts that spin up and down, rub against each other without lubrication?
They break down.
Right? They'll seize and stick together.
Oh, dang. Yeah.
That's what happens in your engine. If you have no oil in there, your engine won't be able to function properly and it will seize up and die. A quart of oil is going to cost you $6-7. A new engine is going to cost you $5,000. Yeah. Right? So skipping those oil changes, not getting your oil leaks repaired. Every car is going to leak oil eventually, right? And ignoring that and not getting repaired and letting the oil leak out, that can damage your car. And so just teaching women, the little things they know that they need to know so they can take care of their car better, so they can prolong the longevity, so they can avoid breakdowns, so they can avoid unexpected, expensive repairs. Yeah. And that usually starts with finding what I call your PCT, or your primary care technician. So I'm a PCP, right? You have a PCP. You're a primary care physician. Of course. And you go to your PCP when you're sick, when you need your checkups, right? Always. Everything. Yeah. Blood work. But you probably, I don't know if you do, but a lot of people will go around to different mechanics, right? Yeah. They'll shop hop or they'll cheat on their mechanic.
I bet whoever's the cheapest at that moment every time.
They don't have a PCT or a primary care technician. Yeah. When you are doing that, right, you are more likely to be taken advantage of. You are more likely to have a mechanic who's not great work on your car. You don't have someone that's understanding the history, your car personality, how your car is. Each car has their own little quirks and problems, and they're not able to track it. You're not able to track it, right? So just like when you go to the doctor, it's somebody you trust. They know your history. They know who you are. Every time you go in, they're going to take your vitals. That's what happens at your primary care technician or your PCT. They know you. They know your car. They've seen it over and over again. They know how you drive. They know the problems it has. They're going to keep track of it for you. They're going to help you take care of it. They're going to say to you, listen, you brought it in for an oil change. I was looking over your car and I noticed you're going to need brakes in 6 months. It'll be $500. Save up your money and come back in a couple of months to get that done. Versus being like, you need brakes now. Yeah. It's $500. You got to get it done, right? And so we're helping you create that plan of how do I take care of my car and how it fits with me and my budget, right? So everybody can't afford all of these things that, we recommend. Yeah. And so these are the most important things that you get done, and how to know what are the most important things. So that's what the workshop will tell you. It'll give you that confidence to go into the mechanic, to ask the right questions, right? Do I need that filter? You want to come over? We'll show you some filters. Yeah. So with filters, I talk about, does your car have boogies?
Have boogies.
Right? Does it have boogies? So your filter, how an engine works is it sucks in air and it sucks in fuel and it sets it on fire. Yeah. We learned this in science class. In order to start a fire, you need air, fuel, and an ignition source, right? So the air that you get to start the explosion inside of the engine is just outside air. Driving down the street, it just sucks in air from outside. Obviously, the fuel comes from your gas tank. And then the spark that you get comes from a spark plug. This is called a spark plug, right? So we don't want dirt, leaves, pollutants, dust going into our engine. Now, I want you to think when I said, does your car have boogies? So we have nose hairs that collect and protect our lungs from getting those things inside, right? The bugs and the dirt. And what happens when we are sick and we have boogies? You can't breathe. Yeah. Your lungs have to work a lot harder to suck that air in. Same thing happens with your engine air filter. Here's a dirty one. You see all this dirt and stuff in here?
Yeah.
The air is not going to be able to be sucked through here. Your engine's going to work a lot harder to suck in that air.
It's almost like choking it.
And exactly. And you're using more gas.
Yeah.
You're using more gas to do that, right? And people don't realize you go in for an oil change, you see all those funny memes like, I just came in for an oil change and you're trying to tell me I need a filter. Sometimes you do.
You do, yeah.
Every other oil change or once a year, you want to replace these. That's the rule of thumb. Okay? So you'll know, I didn't get it done last oil change, so I'm going to get it done this oil change. Right? So that's how you know about your filters. And you can do them yourself. These are actually really easy. I teach women in my workshops how to change their own filter, save you $80.
I love that you make everything so relatable too, where you're like, yeah, boogies in the engine.
Yeah.
Or it's like your car's like a vagina. Like you set it all up in a way where even if you were never taught anything about cars, you can walk out of here knowing more than, knowing more than me.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Well, and the thing about it is it's like, one of my favorite quotes is like, if you can't explain it to a 5-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. Mm. And I tell women that. If you are at a mechanic and they say to you, I want to talk to your husband, when you're asking them questions, or they start to belittle you or talk down to you, it's not because you're not smart enough or that you don't get it. It's because they don't understand enough to explain it.
Otherwise they could.
They can't explain to you where you get it. And you're going to ask because you're not getting it. So you're going to say, what can you explain? And they're going to start to get frustrated, right? Where a guy might be like, I know what you're talking about, right?
I have no idea.
And really
the amount of times
know,
I've been like, I know exactly what you're saying. And I'm like, hey, does anyone know what he's talking about? Or
right.
100%.
So I tell women, if they can't explain it to you where you understand it, that's not your mechanic. They don't know it. I wouldn't have them work on my car. Yeah. If my mechanic can't talk to me where I explain what's going on with my car, they shouldn't be working on it.
Wow.
So it's understanding that. You have to be able to talk to people where they can understand it, and they can. There's no reason to be able to not talk to them about why they need a filter for where that it's like, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I get it.
Especially something that's simple.
Exactly.
Like a filter is not complicated.
Right.
But the amount of people that complicate it is crazy.
And so when you also like explain this to people and you educate them, it's not that they're going to spend less money with you. They're actually going to spend more. They trust you more. They're going to be more engaged with their car. They're going to know how to take care of it. And they're going to do right by, their vehicles, which means they're going to have better experiences.
Wow, Patrice, I'm very impressed by the work you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing so much.
So we do these workshops, like I said, every single month. We've been doing them for the past 13 years. I would love to expand them. So we're looking for sponsors and people that, want to help us grow and reach more women. Like I tell you, they're flying from Florida, Texas, Toronto, and driving from North Carolina just to attend.
Well,
so how can we reach them? Huh?
Where would we go if we wanted to be a sponsor or we wanted to learn more?
If you want to be a sponsor, you can go to our website, girlsautoclinic.com. You can also go there and sign up for a workshop, right? So they fill up really fast. There's kind of rules on how you get into one, so you can learn all about that. You can also learn about our repair center. And, you know, if you are in the Philadelphia area and you want to bring your car in and have a girl do your oil change or work on it, get your nails done. Every customer gets a free manicure with our service.
Stop it. A free manicure with the service?
Exactly. It's part of it.
If I was in Philadelphia, I'm going. I don't care. Good manicures.
So go to our website, girlsautoclinic.com. You can also follow us on all the socials at Girls Auto Clinic. And if you're a woman and you're on Facebook, you want to join our SheCANic community. It's a closed Facebook group, just women and women experts or women mechanics. So you can go and ask any question you may have about your car.
I love that.
Right? And you'll get a response from a woman mechanic. Over 20,000 women in it. It's so engaging. We're also sharing funny memes, right? Buyer beware stories, our own triumphs. Okay. We cheer each other on when we share like changing our own oil or changing a headlight, and we're cheering each other on. So it's a really great space for women and growing a community where we learn together, right? And really, like I mentioned, we're kind of changing what it means to be a car girl without the male gaze or the male influence.
You're a car girl because you choose to be a car girl, not because your dad was a car guy, your brother was.
And because, I like the turbo and the horsepower and look at this car drift. And I'm like, I don't know about that stuff. And that's not why I'm in the car.
I like to be informed.
Other reasons. Right, exactly.
And speaking of being informed, I see here we have a book called Girls Auto Clinic, the Glove Box Guide. I need to get one for my own glove box regardless. Nice thing is, if I can't join the community, I can buy your book.
You can.
And I highly recommend it. Can you tell us, what is this book going to tell me when I buy it?
So everything you've learned in my workshops, and they're about 2 to 3 hours long, and I said they're interactive, you learn on your car, you will learn in this book. So I created the book because so many women reached out to me from around the world saying, how can I come to a workshop? How can I get this information? And so that's the reason I put it down in the book. And it is published with Simon & Schuster, so you can get it in any bookstore, Amazon.com. But if you want a signed copy with some SheCANic stickers, you can get it on our website at girlsautoclinic.com.
A signed copy?
I will sign it for you,
Oh my
God. And I'll send you with some swag with it as well. So
you should get the signed version because as she franchises and grows, this book is going to become even more valuable. So
and you want to keep it in your glove box. This isn't a book that you put on your bookshelf, right? Like, pull it out when you're at the mechanic, you have a flat tire, a dashboard emoji shows up and you don't know what it means. This book is going to help you with all of that.
I love the dashboard emoji. That's beautiful. So to kind of sum everything up, what is being built here with the SheCANic garage community, all the work you're doing is a safe space for women to really learn, grow, without there being an excuse for it. It's not because someone told them they had to do it. It's because they decided, I can do this on my own. I don't need help from anyone. I don't even need help from YouTube because I have the greatest professional right here, who ironically is on YouTube. So kind of need YouTube, but that's neither here nor there. Instead, you can just get the book. Also, make sure, I think something you said that's amazing, and it goes cross-industry no matter where you are. If someone can't explain something to you in the simplest way possible, they probably don't know it well enough. Whether that be your mechanic, whether that be your doctor, whether that be your friend, if they can't explain it to where you understand it, no matter how little knowledge you might have on it, they're probably not a true professional themselves. So with that being said, there is one last thing that we always do at the end of every episode.
Okay.
We leave everyone with a challenge. So we challenge them to do something with their week to grow, to improve. So based on everything I've seen, actually, I want you to make the challenge for the week. What do you think it should be? I'm putting you on the spot. I didn't prepare her at all. I'm just surprised.
Okay. I want to challenge everyone.
Please.
To find out. So is this something that they have to figure out, or I tell them? Like,
they have to do
this? They have to do it.
They're going to do this thing.
I want everyone to understand or to know how often they're supposed to change their oil. And if you think it's 3,000 miles, you're wrong. If you think it's 5,000 miles, you're wrong. So go figure out how often you're supposed to change your oil, and then you'll get back to us, and maybe we'll follow up with the right answer.
Wow. I'm going to actually do this challenge too, because she just told me that I have no idea when I need to get my oil changed, and now I'm terrified. So this is great. So everyone, make sure you figure out, when does your oil actually need to be changed? Not just what someone told you. Go find out the true answer, and make sure to find us on all our social medias. Everything will be in the description, so you can find the SheCANic Garage. You can find Patrice. You can find her book, and you can make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and also let us know when the right time is. And if you drop the wrong one, well, we'll tell you the right one.
Yes.
So Thank you all. Make sure again to check us out, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. All the links will be in the description. Go out there, win, have some fun, and check out the SheCANic Garage, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wow.